Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's lovely to have you here again with another pick a card reading with me on Rainbow Tarot UK. And today's reading is, are you on their mind, and what are they thinking about you? So we've got our three piles. We've got pile number one, which is the Ace of Wands. There you go, with this little yellow bead here. That's pile number one. And then pile number two, which is the Lover's card. And it's the black obsidian stone, or crystal I should say, polished crystal. And then pile number three, which is the King of Swords, with the pink howlite here. So there you go, those are your three piles. Just use your intuition, take a moment, go for the one that feels right, that's calling to you. And if there's more than one pile, that's absolutely fine. But I will see you very soon in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, welcome back to your reading. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're a new viewer to my channel, then a big warm welcome. And if you're returning, then obviously massive thanks to you for coming back. And I'm just sending you lots of love and light as always. So today we're doing, aren't we, are you on your person's mind, and what are they thinking about you? So you chose to come into the reading under the Ace of Wands. There you go, and this little yellow bead here. So there we go, I'm just going to put that on my little dish here. Okay, so that is our first card. Let's see if we can shuffle some oracle cards. Just remind you, you know the drill, it's a general reading, so don't take messages that don't feel right, only take the messages that do feel right. And if you feel this whole reading is off, I hope that's not the case, then maybe listen to another pile if you felt drawn to it, or you can go onto my channel. There's lots of readings and it's all organised into playlists, so maybe you can sort of like have a look there. I'm pretty certain I've got a playlist on thoughts and what are they thinking and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's get straight to it. Let's ask, so is pile number one's, is pile number one rather on their person's mind? What are they thinking? Is pile number one on their person's mind? What are they thinking about pile number one? Let's see what that one says. Okay, let's have a little look here and see. We have got, be that hero. So there's a lot of heat here, because Ace of Wands is part of the fire. It's the fire suit, really. Wands is the fire suit. And there's all this heat here. So let's see what that means. And it says, be that hero. Okay. So is, what I might do is actually just bring it down here. So is pile number one on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? Are they on their person's mind? What are they thinking about? Pile number one, please. I don't want two, I just want one. Aha, let's go for that one there. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we have got passion and pleasure, savour your life. Yeah, again, look, the heat. So there is a lot of heat in this situation for your person. So there's a lot of passion for them where you're concerned. Yeah, a lot of fire, because all this Ace of Wands is like the beginning of something, the start of something, a spark, a flame, fire. So I would say that you are on their mind in a passionate way. There's a lot of fire here, a lot of heat, a lot of energy. And also we've got the words passion and pleasure. So they might be thinking a lot of about you in terms of being very attracted to you, having a lot of chemistry for you, feeling that sort of spark with you, all of that kind of stuff. But let's get out, I think we'll get out one more oracle, and then we will get out the tarot. So let's see what this is. Is pile number one on their person's mind, and what is their person thinking about them? Aim at God. Interesting. Aim at God. Okay, let's put that one down there. Let's put that one down there. Okay, so let's get out our tarot and see what that says. So, okay, so is pile number one on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? Is pile number one on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them, please? What is their person thinking about them? We have the Ace of Swords right next to the Ace of Wands there. Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Are they on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? The Lovers card. Wow. And the Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness. And that one there is the Knight of Wands. Oh my God, pile number one. 100%. You are definitely on this person's mind, without a doubt. I mean, the Lovers is central to the reading. So that is, you know, in a love reading, when you've got the Lovers card, it's very significant. This person, you've got the Lovers and you've got the Two of Cups. So the overarching energy is the Two of Cups. Now, you might be already talking about somebody that you're in a connection with, for many of you, that's a good connection, or that's kind of underpinned with a strong foundation. You might have been with them for a long time. There may be a really good friendship there, a really good basis for a connection. You might be friends, so you might be asking about somebody that you are friends with, but you want to know whether they're thinking a little bit more about you. And if that's the case, they definitely are. And if you are in a relationship with this person, then this person really is in love with you. I would say this person is very much in love with you. They see you as somebody very, very, very significant. You've got two aces here, which makes me think this person wants to, this could also be a crush situation. And if it is, this person wants to begin something with you. They want to start something with you. So you're on their mind in a way where they want to ignite something with you. They want it to be passionate, they want it to be honest and truthful, they want there to be clarity. Now we've got the three Knights here. The Knights is all about action. So I would say that it could be that if you're not actually with this person, or even if you are actually, because Lovers is also about choice, that this person might think that you've got a lot of choices where love is concerned. So they may feel a bit insecure, because they may think that there's lots of competition because you've got all these Knights here and you've got the card of choice. So maybe they're thinking, and I'm just going to do that, I just noticed in YouTube there, so I'm just going to do that, just in case. They've noticed that you have got maybe a lot of competition, or they've got a lot of competition maybe for your attention. That might make them feel a bit insecure, but they definitely see you as somebody who's very attractive. There's a lot of passion and chemistry where they're concerned. With the aim at God, I'm feeling like, because the Lovers can also be like a soulmate connection, maybe they're feeling this connection elevates high and it can vibrate high. It might already be doing that. Or they may think it's got the potential to do that. But this person with the Knight of Wands, they feel huge passion for you. With the Knight of Cups, it's like huge romance. And with the Knight of Pentacles, they are wanting to build something solid and stable with you. It isn't just a flash in the pan. And there's lots of action. So it could be that for many of you, this is something whereby, because your main card was the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. But this is a situation where this person, maybe you're not with this person, and they're thinking about beginning something with you. They're thinking about starting something with you and taking action, because we've got all these Knights here. But there might be some choices involved. So maybe they're thinking there's other competition around. Maybe they're thinking there's choices that need to be made, or decisions that need to be made. Maybe if you're friends, you're asking about somebody that you're friends with and you're wondering whether they feel more. There are choices and decisions to be made about how they broach it, what they say to you, how they do it, or the choice about whether to take the leap of faith and move it to the next level, where there's potentially they're thinking, well, perhaps I could lose a friendship if I do that. But this person is definitely going to take action. So this person has a lot of feelings for you with the Two of Cups and the Lovers. They feel like you are the one. I feel like they feel like you are the one with the aim at God here. And they want to enjoy their time with you. They're thinking, I want to be that hero. I think they feel that they want to be seen highly in your eyes. They want to be seen as a prize in your eyes. They want to be seen as somebody who is in charge in their life, that has something to offer you. And they really see that this relationship, or feel that you and this relationship could give them a huge amount of joy and happiness in their life. I think most of all, they're thinking that there is a deep sense of connection and friendship between the two of you, underpinning all the other stuff. And that is what is making them think and see you as a long-term future for them, a long-term commitment. This person is thinking of long-term, really. They're thinking that this connection, if you're with them, certainly has the potential to be, you and them to be together for a very, very long time, if not for the life. And if it's starting, they're believing that it has the ability or the potential to be a very long-term, steady connection. It kind of like would be something that ticks all the boxes for them. So it's very, very, very positive. So I would say, in terms of, I think we've literally got all the signs here. So this is water signs. This is air signs. We've got earth signs, and we've got fire signs. So we've got them all, really. So I'm not even going to bother to rattle them all off. We've got all of the signs here. So let us see about. Let's get a message card out, shall we? Let's get a message card out. So, is pile number 1 on their person's mind? And what is their person, thinking about them? Is pile number 1 on their person's mind? What is their message? Attraction. Look at that. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. Yeah, I feel this person is not only just very attracted to you, but they feel a strong bond with you. It's like got this. That's why you've got this aim at God. And this kind of like soul, it's like a soulful connection. That's why you've got the Lovers as well. So they feel a very strong, it's not just a physical attraction. They know there's something sort of deeper there, really. So let's get out some more tarot. So let's get out this. So is pile number 1, so it's looking great, isn't it? Is pile number 1 on their person's mind? What are they thinking? So we have the Ace of Wands again. My goodness. What else do we have? Wow, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. My God, pile number 1. This is such a positive reading. And the overarching energy is the Three of Wands, which is, I feel like this person might be about to take some action. So if you're not with this person, if you're inquiring about somebody where you've got a crush on them, or there's an attraction, or is a friend, and you're wondering if it's going to ever develop into something more, this person is getting ready with the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands is about getting ready to take action. And with the Chariot here, I feel like it's going to be quick. So they are thinking about you and about approaching you, and about maybe coming towards you, because Knights as well, the Knight of Wands is speedy energy, and you've got the Chariot right underneath it, which says to me this person is thinking of coming towards you in a quick way, very quick way. It may be that they're thinking of coming from another part of the, where you're not geographically close. For some of you, they're thinking of taking, because this is also showing a journey. This person is getting ready to take a journey. There's a little stagecoach here. She's at the stop with all her luggage, and she's getting ready to take that journey. So for many of you, you could be asking about somebody that isn't geographically close to you, where they have to physically come towards you, take a journey. But they're going to do that quite quickly, and they're definitely thinking about doing that, getting ready to do that. The Ace of Wands, again, this is a whole passionate new beginning. I feel like from the Ace to the 10, so this person, if you are with them, if you're currently with them and you're actually in a good relationship with them, or you're in a relationship with them, this person sees you as their person, and the spark that was there at the beginning is still there for this person. That if you're actually in a relationship with them, it's still there. It still burns strong for you and them as far as they're concerned. Because we've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups on either side of the Ten of Pentacles, which is about stability. It's about, look, you can see all the generations of the family. It's about, a couple that's been together for a long time. But either side, you've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. So if you're with someone, this person still feels all the butterflies and all the excitement and the passion and the desire that they felt for you at the beginning, and they still feel it now. But if it's someone that you are not with, or for whatever reason you're in separation from, because you haven't got it together, or because, you know, you're in separation or whatever, then I would say this person is wanting to begin something with you, definitely, with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. It's a new, passionate, romantic beginning. They might be thinking about messaging you, sending you some kind of communication, offering you something here with a little cup, with a view, and it comes right under the Knight of Pentacles, to slowly building up something very solid with you, something very stable, something very committed. So this person feels all the excitement, the passion and pleasure of being around you, but they're very, very, very intent on building something solid, stable and secure with you, for sure. The Queen of Pentacles, they hold you in very, comes right under the Knight of Cups. So they hold you in very, very, very high regard. You are definitely somebody that they see as very, very, very attractive, somebody who is very able to take care of themselves, maybe somebody who's mature, somebody who is caring, nurturing, but extremely good at their job, so very career orientated as well, very family orientated. But Queen of Pentacles is like Taurian energy. It's sort of you know, somebody who's very sensual, somebody who's very looks great, really takes a lot of care in how they look. So that part of you really attracts them. They are very attracted by how you look. They find that sort of like really alluring. You've got a strong allure to you. So this person is just I would say this person is very much in love with you, very much wants to take, if they're not with you already, very much wants to take action towards you, wants to move towards you quickly, with a view to building up something solid and stable, but enjoying the journey. So enjoying and really enjoying their time with you, really enjoying being able to talk to you on a deep level with the Ace of Swords here, feeling that they can be truthful and honest with you, having all the chemistry and the passion and the desire for you, feeling a huge sense of romance with the Lovers and the Knight of Cups here. This person definitely sees you as their sort of soulmate, as their partner, as the person that they really want to be with. They've worked that out, they know that about you. So in terms of, again, I think we've probably got all of the star signs apart from the air signs. So we've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that's what we've got in terms of that. Let's have some charms. So is pile number one, this is such a positive reading, pile number one, it's fantastic. Is pile number one, well, you know, you obviously definitely are on their mind, is pile number one on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? I've got two here. So we've got the feather here. This is like a feather. So that tells me that that's like a message. I feel like as well this person feels that this is a divine connection, because feathers are always messages from the divine connection, but it's also that they maybe want to send you a message of some kind, possibly. Then we have the dragonfly. Well, that's going to be like, I feel like this is the dragonfly, little dragonfly. It's like pleasurable. It's a very light energy dragonfly. So I feel like this person is thinking that it would be incredibly pleasurable to be in a relationship with you. They see nothing but positive in this connection. They see nothing but positives. It's like they really see you through rose-coloured glasses, but in a really good way. You know, they really see you as, there's nothing about you that is in any way flawed. This person just really has you up on a pedestal. They think very, very, very highly of you, and they feel that connection with you would be fantastic. But let's get out some more cards here. Here's a pile number one on their person's mind. What are they thinking, please? Pile number one on their person's mind, what are they thinking? Get more information, okay. Maybe they're just at the moment thinking I need a little bit more information here, or maybe that could be why they're messaging you or wanting to talk to you to get some information, to find out more about you. Maybe it's an attraction and they need to want to get to know a little bit more about you. Then we have not the right time, okay, again. So then again, there might be, even though they want to do it quickly, maybe there's just a little bit of time before they come towards you. And then we've got unlikely. Gosh, that's interesting, isn't it? Why have we got unlikely there? I'm going to clarify that. What's going on? Why have we got unlikely? Why have we got unlikely for pile number 1 here? So we've got the Empress. We've got the Fool. Why would that be unlikely? Maybe they're a bit... it could be, with this actually, they might feel a little bit... I think it's what I was... So Knights are generally younger energy. And you're coming across as quite mature. We've got the Empress. They might be thinking, or they might sometimes have a little bit of doubt about their own abilities maybe to impress you. Because we've got the Empress and we've got the Fool and we've got the Page of Swords. So maybe they feel a little bit in awe of you, or a little bit like they are less mature than you, or, yeah, with the Fool and the Page of Swords, a little bit inexperienced around you, or... they don't want to make a fool of themselves. So it might be that they sometimes say that to themselves, and it might affect their confidence a little bit, because they see you as the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, which are, you know, very wise energies, aren't they? They're very mature energies. They're feminine energies, or, you know, that have made it in life, that are very sure of themselves, that are very confident. And I think because you've got the Fool, which is the very beginning of the major arcana, it's the very start of the journey. Like the major arcana is the Fool's journey through the major arcana, and you've got the Page of Swords, which again is very young energy. So I feel like this person is thinking, compared to you, they feel maybe a little bit lacking in confidence, so they might have this massive attraction to you and want to take action and see that you and them can have a future together. But maybe they're thinking there might be for some of you a little bit of an age difference here, or maybe they're thinking that they don't have the experience, and sometimes that makes them feel a little bit unsure, or a little bit lacking in confidence somehow. That could be why that's come up. So maybe if they get more information, they want to sort of sound you out a bit more as to whether you would even entertain them. And I think I said at the beginning, maybe they think there's a lot of competition. Maybe they think there's a lot of competition around you, you know, because you are so attractive. You are somebody that everybody would want to be with. So that maybe makes them feel a little bit underconfident. Let's see what else we've got. Maybe they don't think that you would entertain them somehow. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Past lives. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. So this person definitely feels like you and them have got that sort of special connection, that deep connection, that soul connection. They feel that. Recognition. The divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. Okay. Maybe there's something about them wanting you to recognize them. So maybe they feel a little bit unseen in your eyes. I don't know. And then we've got let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Interesting. Let's have one more. What's that one? Boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. This person might have just a lot of passion and desire for you. It might be something that is sort of like, because I feel like with all these cards, there's a lot of passion, a lot of romance, a lot of... I mean, for some of you, it might be that this is somebody that you're thinking about where you've not been with them, that the situation has been let go of, and this person is thinking about reigniting or rejuvenating the situation, but maybe there needs to be something around boundaries, or maybe they're thinking because of what's gone on before you would not entertain them, or it's not likely that you would want them back, or something like that. That could also be what's going on. But anyway, let's get out some charms. Or do we have some charms? I think we did have charms. Well, now I've said that I might have one more charm. Obviously, I was meant to say that. So let's have one more charm. Oh, to finish it off. And we've got something here, which is the actual sign of the CND sign, which is like a sign of peace. Maybe this person just wants a peaceful resolution or a peaceful connection with you. Something like that. Particularly if it's about something which... is a reconciliation situation. You're thinking about an ex or something. Yeah. But anyway, part number 1, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, do consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell so you never miss one of my readings. giving me a thumbs up or leaving a comment. Everything is gratefully received. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome back to your reading. So today we're doing, aren't we, are you on your person's mind and what are they thinking about you? So you chose to come into the reading under the Lovers card here, beautiful card actually, and the Black Obsidian stone here. There we go. I'm just going to put that on my little dish here. Okay, so let's get out some oracle. Just want to say, remind you, it's a general reading, so just take the messages that feel right. If they don't feel right, maybe it's for somebody else that's watching the reading. And also, it's timeless. That's good for whenever you find it. Yeah, I hope you're all okay, that everyone's doing well. Sending you lots of love, as I always do. So yeah, so let's just ask, shall we? And just to say, you know, if this whole reading is off, and I hope that's not the case, but if it is, then maybe try another pile if you felt drawn to another pile, or just look on my channel. There's tons of readings. I've got loads of readings of, you know, are you on their mind, their thoughts, that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty sure I've got a playlist on that as well. But anyway, let us ask for pile number 2. Is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? Are they on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? I feel like it's that one which I'm going to go for. So let's have a look and see what we got. We have got good things are about to happen. Beautiful. Good things are about to happen. Okay. So let's get out another one. Let's go for this. So is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? Is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them, please? What is their person thinking about them? Thank you. Let's see what we've got here. Embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Whoa. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. This is beautiful energy, actually. Okay, let's have one more before we get out of the tarot. So is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about, pile number 2, please? What's their person thinking about, pile number 2? Let's do that one. Let's see what these are. Impermanence. Impermanence. Okay. Let's see. Let's have some tarot now, shall we? Okay. So is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? Is pile number 2 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about, pile number 2? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Moon. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Cups. Are they on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them? And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so let's have a look what we got at the bottom. And we have the 10 of Pentacles as the overarching energy. Right, okay. Interesting. So yeah, let me have a little think about this one, pile number 2. Okay, so with the overarching energy being the 10 of Pentacles, it could be a couple of situations here. So it could be that this person is in a connection. So this might be, for some of you, a 3-way situation that you're talking about. So this person might be in a settled connection here, because the 10 of Pentacles is a settled, stable relationship. The Lovers card is a card of choice. It's a card of making choices between 2 things. So it could be that if you are that 3rd element, just for some of you, that this person is very, very, very drawn to you, very attracted to you, they like you a lot, you bring them a huge amount of happiness, you really excite them, but somehow there's also confusion, fear, doubt, pain and loss, really. So it might be that if they're in a settled relationship, they feel like they have to stay in that settled relationship despite the fact, because we've also got impermanence here. So, you know, they love you, they feel connection to you, they love being with you, there's a strong passion, a strong energy But they're in a settled connection. So there's also, it's sort of tinged with, you know, lack of hope and sort of unhappiness, really, which is what is this Five of Cups is, because essentially maybe they want to stay in the settled connection. Yeah. The other thing is, it could be that you are with this person, that you're in a relationship with them, and sometimes they are a little bit, sometimes they're really great in the connection, or they're really all over you and they really appreciate you and everything. But at other times, they maybe pull back. You don't know what they're thinking with the Moon card here. They don't give a lot emotionally. They feel closed off. So you don't maybe know where you stand, even though you're in a long-term connection with them. And it could be that the Lovers card in that case is them sort of showing two sides of themselves, really. So one minute, like I say, you get a lot of attention from them, you feel like you're really appreciated by them, but that doesn't last for long because you've got impermanence. So it's kind of an up and down, sort of, you know, that they give you up and down kind of energy or up and down kind of emotions, where one minute they think, you know, they want to be with you, they want to have something tangible with you, they want to be stable with you, but there's all this other stuff maybe that they keep to themselves, or they keep hidden, or you can't work them out. They seem to be, you know, quite maybe they're a bit low in spirits sometimes, a little bit depressed with the Moon card here, so they don't give you a lot back, and there's a bit of a stubborn energy to them, so it could be that as well. So I feel like this person is thinking about you, but they are, their thoughts are sort of like not clear sometimes. So so sometimes they're thinking about you in a really great way. So sometimes they're thinking about that you are the person for them, that you really want to be, you know, they really want to be with you, that you are the one. And then at other times they're sort of like they go into themselves. They feel low in their spirits. They are confused. Maybe they have fears. Maybe they have doubts. Maybe they're unsure. So it could be that this person, if you're on the receiving end of that, you might be getting mixed messages from this person. That might be why you got the Lovers card, because it's a sort of dual sort of energy coming off them, where you are getting a split. Almost like a split personality, really. They're coming across as like a little bit of a split personality. So you are on their mind, but it's not stable. Their thoughts about you are not stable, even though you might be in a stable connection with them. You might be with them in a stable connection or in a partnership with them, but you know, you occupy their thoughts sometimes. And then at other times, they maybe go into themselves, or they maybe get lost in their own thoughts, or they get lost in their own sense of confusion, or maybe they're actually quite low in spirit or a bit depressed. And when people are like that, it's very hard for them to think about anything outside of themselves. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's sort of like it's a very sort of an up and down sort of energy. And so their thoughts about you are very... they're very impermanent. You're not permanently on their mind, but when you are on their mind, they've got very, you know, positive thoughts about you. But when you're not on their mind, they sort of go into themselves. So it might be a question of out of sight, out of mind, that kind of feeling to them. And I think it's because they're quite, this person might not be mentally very stable or very healthy at the moment. So although you might be in a marriage with them or a long-term connection with them, they might not be always present for you or always giving you much back, really. Now, if, like I say, you're not with them and you are in that third party, I would say that this person does feel very strongly about you. There's a huge amount of excitement when they're around you. They feel a strong connection with you, but because they are in a committed or stable relationship, possibly, again, it's also tinged with sadness or with confusion or fear, because I don't feel this person is maybe ready to choose leaving their long-term connection to be with you. That's just what I'm seeing here. I've got to be honest, really, because you've got this slow energy here. So if they ever thought about doing that, it would be incredibly slow, really, because you've got two energies here that are part of the Earth suit, which is a slow energy. Or maybe it's something whereby, you know, you're thinking about somebody where they made a choice, they didn't choose you, they chose something else, but they still think of you in a really fond way, and in a very kind of like, you know, you gave them a lot, but it's a sort of like it's not on their mind all the time. It's like a sort of, you know, it stays with them for a bit and then it kind of like leaves. So I would say you're, in all situations, you're on their mind, but not in a permanent way, not permanently on their mind. That's kind of what I feel here. But let me get out the, let me get out another, what have we got here? What is pile, you know, number two's person? Is pile number two on their person's mind? What is pile number two's person thinking about pile number two? What are they thinking about pile number two? Marriage. A marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blending together. Now, it might be, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, that this is, you are talking about somebody that you are in a marriage with, or a long-term connection, or there's a marriage in this situation, there's a commitment in this situation, because the Lovers is about choosing, really. So I feel like this person might be in this, if it's a third way situation or a three-way situation, you're the third party, this person might be in a marriage. It might be a stable marriage, but it's, you provide, their connection with you is also equal, or is important to them. But I don't get the sense that they would give up that marriage, really, or that stability. And that is why you've got all this kind of sadness and disappointment and loss and confusion and fear. They're too fearful to leave something settled if you are that third person. That's kind of what I'm going to say. But you bring them a lot of happiness, and they love their time with you, and they love to be with you, but it's not a permanent feeling for them, if I'm honest. Let's put that there. So let's get out some other, let's get out a charm, actually. Let's get out a charm. So is pile number two on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them right now? So I have one. What have I got? One here, which is, what is this? So it's the Lion. Okay, so the Lion is like the leader, isn't it? The leader of the pack, the leader. Maybe the Lion has a lot of status. So maybe this person has a lot of status at the moment in their life. Or they're a leader, or they are, a leader in their community, or a leader in their life. And they have a lot of responsibility. So it could go with this idea of them having a lot of responsibility. They're a leader, and they don't want to lose their status. And maybe there's something about, if they chose the connection with you, they would lose their status in some way, for some of you. If this is like a crush situation, so you're definitely on their mind if this is a crush situation, but, and they feel very excited by you, but it's not something, I don't think, that this person, particularly if they're in a committed situation, would leave for that, really. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But let's get out some other tarot. So is pile number two on their person's mind? What is there? Because it would involve them making a choice, which I don't think they would choose leaving their status, their stability, their security for. What is pile number two's person? Is there pile number two on their person's mind? What is their person thinking? The Seven of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the World card, the Four of Wands, and the King of Swords. And the overarching energy is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's a sort of a... So I feel that this person is resistant, even though they feel like, because you've got the Lovers and the Four of Wands, so they know that there's a strong bond between the two of you, there's a strong connection between the two of you, that there's a resistance, I think, with them, and they might even think with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords that you are counterparts in many ways, but there's a resistance to them in allowing themselves to think too much about you, or to dwell on you too much. That's why you got the King and the Queen of Swords, because those are very honest cards. They're very, I mean, you can read a lot of things into the King and the Queen of Swords, but my sense is that this person thinks of you very fondly, thinks that you are very special to them, that you are very important to them, but there's something about them where they feel like they have to cut off their thoughts of you, really, because I think maybe that's a bit of a threat to whatever else they might have going on in their lives, some sort of stability or stable situation or secure situation, or so if they chose you, they might lose out on that. Now, if you are in a connection with them, I just feel this person does realise the importance of the connection. They're committed to it. Yeah, they're committed to the connection, but this person is probably somebody who is quite maybe caught up in their work, caught up in the challenges of their life, is somebody who's very rational, very thoughtful, very is not somebody who opens up their emotions easily. So whilst you are on their mind and they do think about you, they may get distracted by other things, or they may not show you that, or they may not demonstrate that to you, because this person, I feel like this person has a lot of other things going on in their life, and they put a lot of attention on that. So it could be that they are very committed to the situation. If you're with them, they're not going to leave that. It's stable to them, and they deep down they know you are somebody who's very special to them. But I feel like with them, it's like their thoughts are, yeah, I've got that going on. I know that I am with pile number 2, but I've got lots of other things going on in my life, my career, my work. Maybe I'm a leader. Maybe I've got lots of other responsibilities, and those things occupy my mind a lot, and because of that, maybe I don't always show to pile number 2 how I really feel about them. So they think that you are, that person for them, 100%. But I feel like this person is easily distracted, or they've got a lot of responsibilities, or they don't show their feelings. So you're not always forever on their mind. This person isn't gushing all the time about you, but they nonetheless feel very sure that you are the person for them. It's just that if you're on the receiving end of it, it's probably that you don't get a lot back from them, or you don't feel like they're very demonstrative about their feelings, really. But there's somebody that you could 100% trust if you're with them. They're 100% somebody that you could trust, and that you could rely on to lead, to do the right thing, that kind of thing, but not necessarily somebody who's going to be gushing about how they feel about you, certainly. So that's if you're with them. If you're, if this is a 3-way situation and you're that third element, which it could be for some of you, I just feel that this person is feels this connection to you, but they're very resistant. What they're thinking is that they need to put up barriers to this feeling that they have for you, or this connection that they have with you. They have to somehow end it. They have to focus on other things. They have to focus on their committed situation. They have to close off their emotions. But they do feel it. They definitely do feel it. But there's a resistance, and I think it's driven by this idea that they have to do the right thing. They have to stay in something. Even if they might not be very happy in it, they have to remain true to it. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. If it's like a crush situation, I feel like this person definitely does like you, and you are on their mind a lot. But I don't know if this person is ready to make a move, really. This person, there seems to be a lot of resistance to this person, or a lot of a lot of slow energy to them, or sort of taking their time. But they feel this bond with you. They definitely feel this bond with you. But I don't see a lot of action. I see a lot of resistance to them actually making a move or doing anything about that. But you definitely, and that's why you've got the impermanence. I don't feel like you can rely on this situation, if it's a crush situation, to materialise into anything, even though this person does feel something for you, or they are certainly attracted to you. maybe this person is your manager or your boss or something, if it's a crush, and they feel like they can't make a move, because there's something about this person that feels like they can't make a move. If it's a crush situation, they have to, it could be that they're in a committed situation, like I say, or something like that. So they are thinking of you in a fond way. In all instances, they're thinking of you in a fond way, but I feel like there's a lot of resistance to them, and so or there's a lot of confusion with them, or there's a lot of doubt, or they're just preoccupied with other things. So you are on their mind, but not all the time, not continually. But when they do think about you, it does make them happy. But it's not something you can kind of rely on, if you know what I mean. So let's get out some other charms. Is pile number 2 on their person's mind? So what are they thinking? Let's have these. What are these? So we have the heart here. Okay, so we have that heart, which says that and I'm going to put that actually on the 4 of Wands. There is they do feel a strong bond with you, for sure. Then we have the elephant, which is often about removing obstacles, isn't it? So the elephant often removes obstacles. I feel like there are obstacles in the way of this connection. I'm going to put that on the 7 of Wands. Somehow, either if you're with them or if you're not with them, there's obstacles. This person, maybe they need elephant energy in a way to get rid of the obstacles, because I think they're having problems getting rid of the obstacles. And then we have the moon and the fairy, which makes me feel like of this one, embrace enthusiasm, shout to heavens with happiness. I feel like this person might have a lot of inner feelings. Maybe they just have problems letting it out, just expressing it, really. There's a lot of resistance to that. Anyway, let's get out some message cards. So what do we have here? Message cards for pile number 2 from their person. Are they on their mind? What are they thinking? Are they on their mind? What are they thinking? What have we got? 1111. 11, it goes with the Lover's card. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolises the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So yeah, this could be, maybe it's a bit of a twin flame thing, whereby twin flame things can be great, but I feel like it's only great if both people have evolved and developed and healed. And I feel like this person, they might be not quite there yet, but there is that with the 4 of Wands, with the Lovers, there's that, definitely that indication that it's a very significant connection. So let's see what we got here with pile number 2. Pile number 2 on the person's mind. What do we have? Learn. Let love show you how to learn from each other. Okay, because 1111 can be a bit of a, if you've got that sort of twin flame connection and it's not at its best, when you've both evolved and you come together, you have that great connection. There can be a bit of a runner chaser energy, a bit of a push pull, stop start kind of energy to it, because there's a huge attraction and then there's a pulling away, because often there's a triggering with that. What do we have? Rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. It could be as well like what I'm saying, like you might be in a relationship with them, you might be in a stable relationship with them, and it's just a bit like this person isn't really, you don't feel like you're really being seen by this person, or but they do feel it. It's just that it's hard for them to, I feel like maybe it's hard for them to express it somehow. So it's like you are on their mind, like sometimes really you can't, it's not something that they are able to, they distract themselves, I think, with other things, or they may be caught up in other things, or there's maybe a lot of doubt and fear with them, that kind of thing. So maybe there's a lot of blocks to you, to thinking about you and the connection. Let's have a look what we got here. Unlikely. And then we have not the right time. Now these came out in pile number 1 as well. And then we have don't stop. Okay, so that could be a little bit of stop start here. Unlikely, not the right time, and then don't stop. So maybe there's a little bit of an unreliable energy with the impermanence to this person. So their thoughts are, sometimes they might be thinking about you all the time, and then at other times you're not so much on their mind because of all the things that I've already kind of said, really. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Give me a thumbs up or leaving a comment. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your reading. I hope you're all doing really well. Sending you lots of love as always. Thanks so much for joining me for this pick a card reading on Are You on Their Mind and what they're thinking about you. So you chose to come into the reading under the King of Swords, I should say, the King of Swords, and this little pink Howlite here. There we go, so I'm going to put that on there for you, and I'm just going to shuffle some oracle cards to get straight to it. Just to remind you, it's a general reading. Just go with the messages that feel right. If they're not your message, if they don't feel right, then they're not your message. I'm not going to take that. It might be for somebody else. And if the whole reading is off, I hope that's not the case, then try and listen to another part if you feel drawn to it, or look at my channel. There's lots of other readings on thoughts and Are You on Their Mind. I think I've even got a playlist on their thoughts about you, so you can always check that out as well. And it is timeless, so you know it's good for whenever you are watching it. So let's get straight to it. So let's ask, is pile number 3 on their person's mind, and what is their person thinking about them, please? Are they on their person's mind, and what is their person thinking about them, please? Okay, let's go for that one. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got the King of Swords, and we've got don't be afraid of distance, touch and feel. All right. Don't be afraid of distance, touch and feel. Okay, let's get out some more. Let's get out one of these cards. Here's pile number 3 on their person's mind. What is their person thinking about them? Here's pile number 3 on their person's mind. What is their person thinking? Yeah, thinking about them. Let's go for that one. Okay, what's this one? So this one is Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. All right. Okay, let me just have one of these ones. Is pile number 3's person, or is pile number 3 on their person's mind? And what is their person thinking about them? Is pile number 3 on their person's mind? And what is their person thinking about them? Let's have a look and see. We have got impermanence. Now this came up in pile number 2. So if you feel drawn to pile number 2, have a look at that maybe as well. But let's see what else comes out first. Let's see. So let's get out some tarot before we say anything. Is pile number 3 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking? What is their person thinking about pile number 3? We have the 6 of Cups. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. The 9 of, the 8 of Swords. 1, 2, 3. We have the 3 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's at the bottom? And the 4 of Pentacles here. Okay. Oh gosh. So I feel that you are on their mind, but there's a lot of I mean, the King of Swords, you know, Swords is all about thinking and communication. So you are definitely on their mind with the King of Swords being your main card here. So, but this person, I feel with the 6 of Cups, has a very, has loving thoughts about you. And they may have loving memories about you, because this situation might be a situation where you're in separation, or you've come into separation, because there was all these cards, particularly the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, where there's heartache, loss, unhappiness, a sense of being stuck, of being trapped, a sense of disappointment. So they have this, and this could be a soul bond as well, because the 6 of Cups can be a bit of a soulmate energy. So this person might be thinking about you in that you have got a strong soul bond, or you've had a long history with this person, and they're looking back on memories, and they have fond memories of you, that go way back, that kind of thing. They might be thinking of reconciliation here, because that Six of Cups can be a reconciliation card. But they're also thinking, and that might be why you've got the Voyage of the Heart, because love flows through you and to you. So there's a lot of love in how they think about you, but there's also their thought of there's distance here. There's distance and disconnect in this situation, in this relationship. So there's also, their thoughts are about heartache, unhappiness, disappointment, grief, loss, feeling trapped, feeling tired, feeling really, really tired from the connection. So it could be that there is distance and detachment. So their thoughts are sort of oscillate, and that's probably why you got the impermanence, because their thoughts oscillate between feeling very loving towards you, having lots of loving thoughts or loving memories of you. But there's also a lot of barriers as well because of hurt and disappointment, and there's a sense of stuckness. There's a sense of stuckness in this connection as well. So it could be that you're actually with this person, but you're just going through a really difficult time with them, because there's a lot of heartache here and a lot of disappointment. So maybe you're with this person, you've been with them a long time, there is a strong bond or a strong connection with you, but you're going through a very difficult period or phase in the connection. That could be what's going on, where they're thinking they feel stuck, or the connection is stuck, they don't know which way to go, there's a lot of disappointment, there's been some sadness, but it could be that they're still wanting to fight for the connection. They're thinking they still want to fight for the connection, because the Nine of Wands can be a wounded warrior, somebody who's standing up for something, but they're tired, and the connection feels stuck. And but it could be for some of you that you are actually with this person, but it's just got a lot of issues in it. It's got a lot of there's a lot of things that have gone on in it that have caused hurt and suffering and pain, but it's stuck. It's stuck and it's stagnant. But there's also, but underneath it all, there is still love. That could also be what's going on. But I think as well, it could be that this is something for many of you where you've come into separation for this person. This person is having a lot of memories about you, a lot of fond memories about you, but they're keeping their distance. So are you on their mind? Yes, you are, but to think about you brings pain as well. So it brings pain and it brings pleasure. So maybe they choose not to think about you that much, which is why you've got the impermanence, because it's just too painful for them. It could be that it's just too painful for them to think about you, to think about the connection. And so with the King of Swords, they keep a little bit of a distance there, a little bit of a detachment. They keep a hold on their feelings, because it brings up a lot of this pain, possibly. That could also be what's going on. So in terms of zodiac signs, we've got the Six of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. We've got Sagittarius, we've got Taurus, we have got Pisces, we've got Cancer. No, we haven't got Pisces. Sorry, we've got Gemini, and we've got Libra energy, and we've got Capricorn energy. So those are just some of the zodiac signs that I'm doing. So you are on their mind, but it's a mixture of pleasure and pain when they think about you. And because of the pain element, I would say that they do their best to try and block those thoughts as much as they can, really. Yeah, that's kind of what I would say here. Maybe they're distant, maybe they're detached, maybe they come across as, maybe they've detached themselves, or they've, because even this card says, don't be afraid of distance, touch and feel. So there might be a barrier with them because of this heartache, really. They desperately want to feel all the things they used to feel, all the feelings that they have. It could be as well, if this is like a crush situation that you're asking about, whether this person is thinking about you and how they're thinking. It could be that this person does really like you, but has to keep that under wraps, because maybe it would lead to heartache or upset or disappointment. So they need to keep it at bay. That could be what's going on. Maybe they're in a committed situation, maybe they're your manager, maybe they're your boss, maybe they're, because the King of Swords is usually somebody in a position of authority, and it would only bring heartache. Maybe there's something like that going on for them. Let's get out some charms. So, is pile number 3 on their person's mind, and how is their person thinking about them? Let's see what these are. So we have, yeah, the moon. So the moon is about, yeah, the moon does deal with cycles, it's uncertainty, and that's why you've got the impermanence. So I would say it's also working from the shadow, hidden stuff. So maybe this person is suppressing a lot of their feelings or their thoughts about you, or trying to keep them hidden or something like that with the moon here. And then we have the lion again. The lion came out in pile number 2. So a lion is somebody who's head honchos, head of the pack, leader of the pack. You know, the top animal of the jungle. It's like the person who's very much in control and in charge. So maybe this person doesn't want to. It's also an animal of status, of huge status. So maybe this person is has a status, has a position, doesn't feel that they can show any weakness, and not that it is weakness, but feel like, you know, they can't tap into that softer side of them. And thinking about you would mean that they would do that, so they have to keep that at bay, something like that. But let's get out a message card here. Is pile number 3 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking about them, please? Pile number 3 on their person's mind. What is their person thinking about them? So let's have a look at this one, which is commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Interesting. So commitment is there. You might, like I say, some of you might be in a situation with them, with the 6 of Cups here. You might be in a committed situation, but you're just going through some tricky times. Or this person might be in a committed situation, or you might be in a committed situation, and that might be why there's barriers, maybe to them thinking about you, or why there's barriers to maybe this situation developing, or something like that. This might be why what this person is thinking. Because the King of Swords always does the right thing. They're honourable, they're truthful, and they're honourable. So this person wouldn't want to do the wrong thing. So let's get out some cards here. What is pile number 3's person thinking? Is pile number 3 on their mind? What are they thinking? Is pile number 3 on their mind, please? We have got the 8 of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Devil. The 5 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the overarching energy is the 7 of Pentacles. Right, okay. So, I mean, the Devil's centering the reading here. I feel like maybe for some of you, you might be a bit of a temptation for them with the Devil card here. It could be that this person has a lot of fears and doubts about the situation. That could also be the Devil card. They're not confident in the situation. So with their thoughts, I would say also that they might be thinking, or they might realise that they could think obsessively about you. There may be a bit of an addiction to that, and this person might be trying to control that in some way with the Lion here and the King of Swords. So they know they think about you a lot, or there's a tendency to think about you addictively, but somehow I feel like this person thinks they've got to shut that down in some way, because it might lead to it might lead to pain, or it might lead to disappointment, or something like that. But they definitely, with the Ace of Cups here, there is love for this person, for you. They do think lovingly about you, but there's some resistance to them. Now the 7 of Pentacles is the overarching energy, which is again a card. This situation might be on pause. It might be in separation. It might be stuck. It might not be, so you might be with them and it's just sort of stuck with the 7 of Pentacles here, and the 4 of Pentacles, or it might be that it's in separation and it's just sort of stuck, really. And it could be that there's a sense of them also feeling like they would be rejected by you with the 5 of Pentacles here, because the 5 of Pentacles is about being out in the cold. So maybe they feel rejected by you, or they're thinking that they would be rejected by you. They think that you are very tempting. You do tempt them, but there's something about that means they have to put a lid on it. to try to stop them thinking like that about you. But the Ace of Cups, I mean, maybe if you're in separation, maybe sometimes they think about starting up again with you, with the Ace of Cups, having a new beginning with you. But I'm not sure. I feel like with the impermanence card, that is not always consistent. So sometimes maybe they think about that because they feel this for you. But they also think that maybe you'll reject them, or maybe it will lead to you being not with them again, or them being out in the cold. Maybe they're thinking it's not going to be a good relationship, or it's going to be destructive, or I'm going to lose myself in it somehow and become so addicted that I can't afford to get myself back into that situation. Because I care a lot for pile number 3, I can't afford to put myself in that situation. It's going to be, somehow this person is thinking it's going to be harmful to them. I need to be steady. I need to be steady, stable and steady. Maybe there's something about this person where they're thinking this relationship has rocked them, or rocked them in some way, and they need stability, they need space, they need to feel steady, they need to feel in control, and maybe their feelings for you maybe take them out of control somehow, something like that, because there's something about this person wanting to block off their kind of feeling for you, and it could be to do with fear of abandonment, or fear of rejection, and also fear of getting too hooked into it again. So maybe it was something that went in cycles, maybe it was something that was highly addictive, and this person is trying to break that cycle, something like that. But they sometimes think about starting up with you again, but I don't think that is consistent. I've got to say that I don't think that is consistent. So they lose themselves in work, they try to lose themselves in work, in other things, to take the mind off the connection. So that's why you are on their mind, but they block you being on their mind, because there's, again, and it's similar to pile number 2, there's sort of resistance there, because of how it might impact them, how the relationship might impact them. Now, if you're with them, if you're in a connection with them, then what I would say is that there are definitely some issues within the connection that need to be overcome here with the Devil. It could be there's some limiting beliefs in it, there's some distrust in it, there's some toxicity in it, there's been a sense of rejection in it, or maybe a lack of, there's distance in the connection with the 5 of Pentacles here. But essentially this person wants to try and work on it still, but maybe very slowly. So with the 7 of Pentacles, they want to try and work on it, they want to try and build on it, but they realise there's some issues that you have to overcome, but they're still loving it for them. With the Ace of Cups here, they're still loving it. So that's if you're actually with them, they're still committed to it, but they know there's some issues that have to be worked on here. And that might be why you got the King of Swords, because they know something like that. But they definitely are still committed to it. But if it's something where you're in separation from them because, or, and you're wondering whether they want to reconcile, what I would say is that they think about that sometimes, but there's a lot of resistance to that, to doing that on a permanent basis. And if it's like a crush reading, I would say this person is trying, they feel it very for you, but there's like a resistance to moving forwards on that crush. Even though, so they might be having a lot of simmering feelings for you, having a lot of joy when they're around you, a lot of excitement. But I feel like this person might be thinking, I can't possibly go through with this, I can't make a move. Maybe I'm committed, maybe pile number 3 is committed, it's too much of a temptation. It would lead me down the wrong path. I don't want to lose my status or my value in my group or whatever, and maybe this would do that. So there's all those kinds of things going on. So I need to be steady and stable and just plod on, really, keeping all that under tight control. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this person. So so let's get out some other charms here. So is pile number 3 on their person's mind? What is pile number 3's person thinking? Oh, we've got 4 here. So we've got loyalty from the dog here. Okay, so obviously there's loyalty there. I think this is the sign, isn't it? That kind of that sort of. So I feel like this person has that sort of they feel like they have that sort of deep soul connection to you, or there is a deep connection. There is a soulful connection to this in whatever it is. but there's a lot of resistance in this person. So yeah, that's why we've got the turtle, which is a slowness with taking any action. If it's something like a crush, or if it's something like a reconciliation, I feel like this person is just very resistant and slow in wanting to kind of move things forward, even though they might feel these things for you. Yeah. And then we've got this little kind of fairy that came out. I think this came out in pile number 2 or pile number 1. So again, it's like the magic. There is magic. This person does feel magic around you, but I don't know if they just carry a lot of insecurities, a lot of doubts, a lot of fear. They're not able to express their emotions. So they block thoughts. They're blocking thoughts of you. Maybe they're just worried that it might overtake them. They might lose control. I feel like this person is tightly controlled, and they don't allow anything. They might be very ambitious as well, so they don't allow anything to get in the way of, maybe their work, or sort of the kind of their outside world, if you know what I mean, or their status, or their standing in the world. And they're worried that if they get involved, or they think too much about you, or they feel too much, that it's going to overtake them, it's going to control them, and they'll lose control, something like that. So they're very sort of tightly wound, really. So their thoughts, so as a result, they think about you sometimes, but not all the time. They control that, because they think it might lead them off on a spiral, really, of losing control of everything else, maybe. Something like that. But let's get out some cards here. So how is pile number 3 on their person's mind? What is their person thinking? Obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. Exactly. I feel like this person has there's a lot of obstacles in this connection, either with them or not with them. Look deeply within and to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. Guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. Okay, there might be some guilt here for some of you. What else have we got? Or they may be feeling some guilt. Clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Okay, and then let's have some of these. What is pile number 3's person thinking about pile number 3? Is pile number 3 on their person's mind? Don't stop. There's something better. Within the next few weeks. And then our last couple of cards are romance. And then no need to worry. Okay. So kind of mixed energy there, isn't it, really? So I feel like, there's sort of, and it kind of goes with this person. I feel like this person does, maybe sometimes have very mixed thoughts about you. But on the whole, I would say this person is closed, really. They're quite closed to thinking about you too much, or to getting too caught up in thinking about the connection. And if you're with them, that must be quite frustrating, because it would be quite hard to get through to this person or to connect deeply with this person. But if you're not with them, I feel like this person, if I'm honest, there's not a lot of I don't feel like there's a lot of action with this person to coming forward. They might feel for you, they might have these feelings, but they're deep within them, and there's not a lot of cards around them acting to make anything happen. And so they keep those thoughts, they keep themselves preoccupied with other thoughts to maybe stop thinking about the connection, because for them it means it's not stable for them. It doesn't make them feel stable. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button, that notification bell. Leave a comment or a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.